one of these days, very, very soon, I'm going to put together, it's going to be kind of like a court setting. And I'm wondering where you would want to, I think you need to be in on this in one way or another. But I don't know if you want to sit on the Supreme Court or if you want to be on one of the sides. And it's going to be Star Wars versus Star Trek. Just having it out once and for all. And we're going to have a Supreme Court panel that's going to decide which one is the better one. And it's going to be all, kind of like a StreamYard. You're going to have the three up here and then the folks down here that are going to be the varying prosecuting attorneys and defense attorneys for the idea of Star Wars versus Star Trek. And I think just as a visual gag, it would just be too funny where it's like, all right, I'm Star Wars. Another guy's Star Trek. And then, boom, up pops the screen. Well, who are you? Well, I represent Dune, and I think we should... And you just see one of the judges just hit the fucking button, and that's it. Tiberius, all I know is that Destiny is going to war with the left. Wrestling is not me. I really like both. Gotcha. You really like, but well, then I think you would probably be fit for the actual Supreme Court. Then I think we will have to discuss further for you to be one of the final Supreme Court justices. I represent the Fast and Furious Rabbi. Jesus Christ. Sounds good. All right. When I start getting some people, because like I've got a very good friend whose firstborn son's name is Riker. So guess which side he's going to be. I represent 40k. Now I will say, when it comes to 40k, never played a single game of it, but I do love its just the scope of its universe that it's built. I do have to appreciate that, because I don't think there's any fantasy that has a universe that's so massive in scope, and like when the people are killed, it's just so much, you know what I mean? And for me, it's, Star Wars, great franchise. 40k is just, I'm not trying to like talk up people who like 40k, but I think you have to have at least a certain minimum IQ in order to even appreciate 40k. Like I truly think, like, somebody that's just, you have to, I don't know what that number is, but you have to have at least a certain IQ to even appreciate it, just because it's on such a massive scale. Dune, a lot of people don't understand just how much is stolen from Dune. Yes, Tiberius says 40k towers over Star Wars and Trek in scale. Well, yes, but I think it towers over just about every fictitious universe that you could possibly fathom in scale. That's just what makes it so fascinating, is the people. I don't know who wrote it, who thought of it, but just its scale alone is just fascinating. The only one that I found that even matches it a little bit, and it's still not close, is All Tomorrrows by C.M. Koseman. It's a novel I actually did an audiobook for. It's really something. It's a billion-year chronicle of the myriad species and mixed fortunes of man. Humanity spreads throughout the stars. Then we encounter an alien species called the Q that has its own almost jihadic-like religious fervor in which it must change all genetic life as it sees fit. It's like its religious mission. And it sees men as heretics because they're trying to change genes that aren't as they see fit. And so they gave us a horrible fate. And it was quite the novel. Like, I could not recommend listening to it enough. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and put the link for my personal All Tomorrow's reading. There we go. I'm just going to throw the link up in all of the chats because I'm just a relentless self-prostituting whore. I kid. But yeah, here they are. Yes, definitely check them out. They're in all the chats, folks, and it's my audiobook reading of All Tomorrows. Definitely worth a read. But yeah, in terms of those fictional universes, but yeah, I think if you're a big fan of both, yeah, I need people who are impartial. To me, I'm a huge fan of both. Star Trek was the reason I was allowed to stay up past 9 o'clock when I was a little kid. Star Trek The Next Generation. I was allowed to stay up till 9:30 to watch the end of Star Trek The Next Generation. I forget what day of the week it was. So I'm always going to have a little bit of fondness in my heart for that. Star Wars, I mean, come on, man. No, I am your father. Like, you can't fucking top that. So to me, I think I do need to assemble. It needs to be an odd number of judges. And then the Star Wars and Star Trek camps, I'm going to find who's basically the team captain. And then we're going to hash it out one of these nights here at the K.O.E. Nation. And we're going to figure out once and for all, Star Wars or Star Trek. Now,
here and see if it just smooths itself out.
Get back, tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you. Raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We gotta take it down. Let you down slow. It's hard to survive.
Nice.
El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah,